We are still in chapter 4 and we're still talking about modals. And now I would like to show you how to put modals in a sentence. And I'm going to contrast it with an English sentence. In English we say, I can run fast. So we have I can, the modal, the second verb, and then whatever else we want to say. Now look what the German sentence does. I can, same thing, subject, verb. But look where the run is. The run is all the way pushed to the end of the sentence. And it ends in en, so it's back in its infinitive form. So again, I can, subject, verb, like in English. Then comes the second verb. It gets pushed all the way to the back of your sentence. And whatever other information we have remains in the same place. But the second verb needs to get pushed to the end. The second sentence, I want to visit my family. Again, I want, subject, verb, same as in English. To visit gets pushed all the way to the end of the sentence. To visit is besuchen. Again, the verb besuchen has to be in its infinitive form and end in en. And meine Familie stays where it is in the English sentence. So do you see the difference? In German we say, I can fast run. I want my family to visit. So it takes some getting used to, but once you understand the concept, it should not be complicated. All right, now I gave you some sentences, some basic German sentences, and I want you to add a modal. Now what do we have to do here? Remember, now we have to say, to be able to, ich koche gut, I cook well. Now we want to say, I can cook well. So remember, subject, verb, ich kann, right? I can. Now what happens to koche? The modal pushes koche all the way to the end, and it has to be in its infinitive form. So it has to end in en, right? Ich kann kochen. And then we fill in all the other information we have in that sentence. In this case, it's gut. Ich kann gut kochen. So the modal gets conjugated, whereas the original conjugated verb gets kicked all the way to the back of the sentence, and it must go back to its infinitive form and end in en. Now look at this one. Du isst guten Kuchen. Now we want to say you want to eat good cake. Subject, verb, right? So how do we say you want? Du willst, right? Du willst. Now, what happens to ist? What's the infinitive form of ist? Do you remember? It's essen. So here we go. Grab ist, kick it to the end of the sentence, put it in its infinitive form, ending in en. Du willst essen, you want to eat, and guten Kuchen stays in its position. Du willst guten Kuchen essen. All right. Now let's do a question. Do you want to dance? How do we say do you want? Remember, German doesn't use any helping verbs. We don't say do you want. We just say want you. Sounds almost like Shakespearean English. Willst du? Willst du? And the second verb needs to be in the infinitive, right? Tanzen. Willst du tanzen? All right. So, if we sum it up, subject, verb, in this case, of course, since we talk about modals, the verb is the modal. If we have a second verb in the sentence, it goes all the way to the back of the sentence, and it has to be in its infinitive form and end in en. All right, and this is the most important thing you need to know about modals. Subject, modal, second verb to the end, and the rest of the information stays in the middle.